with Peep magazine. We're here with Anth Mackintosh at Lambton Street ABC. When was your last fight?
Haringey, back in June. I boxed a kid called Abdul Ibrahim. Lost on a split. Tight, very tight. Thought I'd nicked it, but could have had a rematch if I went to Ireland, but he's went up a weight. So it's one of them. Has he had a lazy pre-season, or is he back in full training?
Yeah. Have you had a lazy pre-season? Are you?
I'm below.
I'm under, baby.
67. So I've stepped back down to 67. Eventually going to look at doing 64.
And how are you feeling at the minute in terms of your strength and?
Aye. Good. I haven't been in the gym as much as I'd like to be due to work commitment, but what can you do?
It's so hard, isn't it? When you've got to do it on top of full-time work and that. People don't understand.
No.
They just don't understand the commitment that you have to do. It's training twice a day sometimes before work.
It's getting out of bed, isn't it? Like,
when you're knackered.
I've got 3 little lads as well, so they're up and they keep you fit, like. So,
exactly.
And they all want to do a bit of boxing and that. So
what age are they?
Good. My oldest's 9, my middle son's 4, and my youngest son's coming up 2. But they all run about with their hands up.
Yeah, so they're going to follow in the footsteps, are they?
Hopefully.
You do tend to get that though a lot of, when you get kids coming from the boxers, it's because they've got somebody from the family. It's normally that. You don't really see that many people boxing who didn't have boxing in the family.
I come from like more of a footballing background. I played football for a lot of years. My dad was a footballer. I had a bit of a freak accident when I was 11. I ripped my calf muscle out. In the end, it started getting like where people were attacking us for it on the football pitch.
Yeah.
So I got a bit hot-headed and I started the boxing. It's
to channel the frustrations out of you, sort of thing.
It's like you just learn to breathe and walk away. It's honest.
It's discipline, isn't it, as well?
And you can see it coming into other people as well, and it's even better when you get the young ones like, letting them out and you just, right, well, mate, see you later.
But when you're going through that firsthand, you've only got your instincts, whereas when you've got the experience and people can talk to you, people who've seen it all before, just like you can pass it on to other people now, you know. And you look back at yourself and you think, I can't believe I used to be like that. But it's just natural when you were there at the time.
I mean, like, I sometimes think now, like, people say, like, why did you stop playing football? And I tell them, and they go, why did you do what you did? Well, look at my leg. All right. There was no feeling in my leg, apparently. It was a winter, middle winter, freezing cold. Somebody went through the back of us. I felt it.
Oh, I bet.
So I lashed out, as you can imagine.
Yeah. Well,
walked off the pitch before I got sent off the pitch. Saved myself a fine.
I'm away.
Well, I sort of got away with it, and then like I just took the boxing up.
And you haven't looked back. And what age was that?
14.
And what are you now?
28.
28.
I had 3 years out. So just help our last with the kids and that.
Well, it's.
But it's good to come back. I did step aside at one point and I started a bit of coaching. I was offered my own gym, got given a bit of an opportunity by a friend. It didn't work out, but I got the bug back for wanting to fight again and wanting to train with the lads, and I came back. Tony welcomed the Bills back with open arms. It was great. It's good to be back. And
when did you actually come back?
My first fight was the 27th February, the first Stadium of Light show last season. But I came back, I think it was around about the May of the year before. Just building up. Obviously fitness, strength.
Takes a lot of time.
It does. It's a nightmare.
And if you don't do it properly, there's no worse place to be unprepared for.
It's a lonely place in there as well when you're not prepared properly.
Yeah, well, you don't play boxing, as they say, do you?
That's exactly. You go through the motions, you get hurt.
So you're back now, and now at the start of a new season, you'll probably feel maybe fully back into it now, as opposed to you were finding your way back last season.
A bit more ready, in a sense, but
less rust.
Still nervous.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah, well,
nerves is good.
yeah, you can use those.
Keeps you on your toes,
Keeps you
so to
sharp.
say.
Yeah, but as long as they don't control you,
No.
as long as you embrace them and channel them and things. But so now that you are back fully, what's your ambitions over the next couple of years?
Have a good go at these ABAs, the elite. Get ready for them. Hopefully, have a good go at these box cups. Unfortunately, due to work commitment, I can't get on Ireland.
Yeah.
But I'd have had a good chance. It would have been great to get there. But there's always next
It's
year.
the start
so
of the
this year,
season, and there's going to be lots of opportunities out there.
plenty of them. I mean, you've got to tap with both hands, really. Just it's experience. I mean, I went to Haringey last season this year, and I didn't expect to even perform half as well as what I did. And it was only like the second time I boxed 3-3s. It was amazing.
And how did you get on down there?
I got beat on a split decision. It was a funny enough, opinionated.
Yes.
But local judges, what do you expect? I've had plenty
it's
of them.
standard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've boxed on shows, and you know when you box a home kid and they say by majority decision, it's likely it's the home line.
Yeah.
It's just the way they.
I think it happens more in the amateurs than it does in the pros. I think historically it used to happen a lot more in the pros, but I think with a lot of the pro shows getting televised and things now, under more scrutiny, hopefully the same sort of thing, because the amateur shows are getting more coverage now. Like this is the second show that Lambton Street's going to be on TV. So I mean, in terms of the fans who haven't seen you fight, what sort of fighting style do you bring to the table?
I'd say I was more of a fighter than a boxer.
Yeah.
But I can box as well as fight. I was taught to fight before I was taught to box. See, I started in a gym, one of the local gyms, and they weren't like what you would call boxers.
Not overly refined, yeah.
But
toughens you up and it prepares you.
And if you didn't know how to fight, you get hurt, and you had to fight.
Yeah.
So you
learn fast.
It is. It's learn quick or get out, and it was like it becomes an addiction.
Yeah.
And you get in there and you're like, wow, it's class this. And people say to you like, what do you think? What do you like about boxing and the competitiveness? Why?
And it's one man against one man as well. And I think out of all the different sports, there's nothing in terms of one man against one man physically taking each other on. There's nothing sums up sport better for me.
I've got a friend, and he's a massive boxing fan. He's a massive fan of Floyd Mayweather, loves him, worships the ground. And he's like, we were talking one night about boxing and MMA and the differences and the styles and that, and how a lot of good kickboxers go on to be decent MMA fighters, but the boxers, swolly boxers, are a bit worse off. He says, well, my opinion is MMA, you just go into the town on a Friday night. It's all over the place.
Have a scuffle.
It's the art of it. There's an art of it. Well, boxing, there's a science, there's an art of it.